Welcome to Be the P in this pod's So Can You series. Fun and healthy activities for the whole family. Our first adventure is rock climbing. But we don't stop there. We hope you'll follow along as we profile ways to give something back to the community. Our first give back goal is blood donation. Come along and be a part of the pod. Welcome to So Can You, where we take you on fun and exciting adventures to stay healthy and learn something new. Here we believe you can do anything if you try. That's why anything that you see on So Can You, I'll be doing too. We also have our first give back goal, a way that you can give something back. I thought long and hard about what that goal should be. And blood donation seemed like a great way to start. So sit back and join us for the journey. First up, exciting adventure here today at Island Rock Gym. Before we get schooled on getting up the wall, it's time for a history lesson with Vice President Mark Leventhal.
My history at Island Rock dates back about a decade now, a little more than a decade. I started climbing, I climbed trees more than the average person, and found a place in Plainview. I climbed one of the small walls in camp in Connecticut when I was 10, 11 years old. Looked in the newspaper, found a gym. And I was actually in the newspaper the very next day after I did that for the first time, and looked up in the phone book where I can climb, and I lived in Plainview, and I saw this gym listed in Plainview, and I was like, oh my God, there's an entire rock climbing gym right by my house that I never knew about, and I started coming there. Climbing when I was about 11 years old, I started coming there. And I started working here when I was 14, and been coming here ever since. I love rock climbing. Rock climbing is my passion. I feel like I'm an extremely fortunate person that I can actually do something that I love to do, and get involved with people that have the same passion that I do, and teach people how to do it that want to get into rock climbing. I love business. That's what I went to school for. To combine all those into this really just made sense, and it's perfect.
With fall fast approaching, we head indoors, and it's the perfect time to explore at Island Rock.
Well, that's actually the huge benefit of rock climbing. I went upstate the other day to go rock climbing outside, and it was snowing outside. Mid-October, it was snowing. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And then you have these indoor gyms like Island Rock available, where you can come rock climb still. But we're not limited by the weather. We're not limited by any elements that, rain or snow. We're not limited, if it's 30 degrees out, that we can't climb. You can climb here all year round, which is absolutely great. So for me, and for other people that are interested in climbing, it's a great thing that you can do this whenever you want to do it, despite the elements outside, because this is as close to the real thing that you can get without actually going on the real thing outside. We have a whole bunch of different programs for youth, for adults. We have all different types of birthday parties and scout groups and youth groups that come in here. I've been done bar mitzvahs here all the time. We have youth programs where we have a youth climbing club, and after-school programs. We have a climbing team that goes and competes all over the East Coast. We most recently had kids go to New Jersey for a competition, but we've had kids go as far to Colorado for nationals before and make it onto the U.S. team. So we have kids that are that are really interested in rock climbing. All your kids that want to do it, once in a while. We have programs to fit everybody's interests and needs.
As we head to the bouldering caves, it's time to get schooled on all our gear and much more.
Well, our basic gear, our shoes, climbing shoes, which you have already. Now we have our specialty climbing shoes, which you can't tell, but this actually has a very sticky rubber on it. When you put it on the rock, it doesn't go anywhere as compared to your regular sneaker rubber. So this rubber is a little bit stickier. It's softer, so you can actually feel the rock when you're stepping on these tiny little holes. You can feel what you're gripping onto. The climbing shoe is actually supposed to be really tight on your foot, and the whole reason it's supposed to be tight is when you step on these tiny little itsy-bitsy holes, the best way and the only way where you're actually going to be able to feel what you're gripping onto is if your toes are all the way jammed up in the front there. So when you step on that, it's all the way on the rock. In sneakers, you can normally wear it so it's a little bit loose on your foot and there's some dead space in there. And if you do that, what happens is your foot will just flop right off. You don't want your foot to flop. We want your foot to be planted on there solidly. So you jam your toes up in the front, use super sticky rubber, and it'll hold your foot on there. So climbing shoes is definitely the way to go. Next, we have harnesses. This harness is your basic climbing harness. This loop goes in front, and then you step into this and prepare your pants. This loop goes in front, and then we'll step into this. So then you can go ahead and you're going to tighten this top belt buckle first.
This has to be snug?
Yep, super tight. We don't want to go anywhere.
Oh, okay. I don't want to be going anywhere.
And this loop is going to be right in the middle. And then we're going to do the same thing with the leg loops. If you hold this belt buckle up just like that, and then pull, you got your climbing shoes, you got your harness, and you're all set to go.
We're all set to get up the wall.
Bouldering, just so you know to start off with, is a form of climbing where you don't use ropes. We have all these nets right underneath us that will prevent us from really getting hurt when we fly on the ground. We're not going to go more than, let's say, 12 feet up normally when we boulder. And when we boulder, you're following one color. So we have all these different color tapes all over the wall, and you only use one color tape when you go up. And each color signifies a particular boulder problem. And it's called a boulder problem because it gives you lots of problems. If I want to climb this yellow boulder problem right here, I can only use the hold with the yellow color tape and nothing else to get up. So that means I'll start just like here. I don't have to go from here to here, my feet up, and then go all the way up to there. If I want to try, let's say, this blue boulder problem right here. Just give you a quick demonstration. And that's it. And you just got a preview of our competition.
Okay, that was amazing.
Thank you.
I'm not going to be doing this.
This is actually all for a competition, which is why this is all roped off right now. You guys are actually the only people that are allowed in this area besides setters.